Mighty Tarnished, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got episode 2 of beating Elden Ring as the Mountain from Game of Thrones. This is a challenge run where I cannot use any heal flasks, spells, or incantations. Instead, I must use a basic greatsword. To recap from episode 1, we got a basic greatsword, equipped Warcry, and took out the Tree Sentinel. Before we jump in, I'll highlight and address a few comments. I love these comments and look forward to more in the future. The first asks if I'm going to attack NPCs, and rest assured the mountain does not have time to play fetch for others or make friends with pods. The second asks if I'm going into the DLC. Great question. This is my first ever challenge run, and I plan to complete just the base game at any percent, not requiring all bosses. That being said, there are some great items in the DLC I'm considering for my build, and so it's very likely I'll go in, but I don't know which areas or bosses I'll tackle yet. Finally, the third comment's on my character's look. Now that you've said this, I can't unsee it, and it's hilarious. I'll try to update my character when I get to the Roundtable Hold, but no promises. I generally make characters look even more cursed when I mess with the sliders. To start the run off for today, we gathered a few items in Limgrave. Items collected include loose runes, crafting materials, and smithing stones. There's quite a few smithing stones level 1 and 2 in the area. We only need to get 24 of these lower level stones for the entirety of this run, because we're only ever going to use 2 greatswords. For crafting materials, we're grabbing Arteria leaves, which are rare and found through the world and sold by a few merchants, hefty bones and lumps of flesh, which can be farmed from wild boar, bears, and other beasts, as well as a few very common plants like roa fruit and herba. I'm gathering these so I can craft meats, particularly pickled turtle and exalted flesh. Because I'm not using spells or incantations, the meats are an alternative way to buff and feel at home in the cosplay. In order to craft these, you need to purchase a crafting kit from Kale at the Church of Ella. You also need to collect the Armorer's Cookbook 3 from the merchant near the Mistwood Ruins. And finally, you need to collect the Nomadic Warrior's Cookbook 3 from the merchant near the Saints Bridge. While we're in Mistwood area, also make sure to pick up the Physik from the Third Church of Marika. While I was there, hunting boar, I heard cries from someone called the Great Kenneth Height. Naturally, I had to show this guy what Great Height really means.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the Great Kenneth Height, servant to the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Erdtree, grant me succor. Hello? Is anybody there? Someone? That's gracious. Last. What?
After all this looting and pillaging, I got a nice caressing head rub from the Moon Lady, only for her to disappear. Naturally, I had a fit of rage and sought a great beast to slay. Now, I don't plan on taking out every boss in the lands between, but it couldn't possibly be a Game of Thrones cosplay without a dragon or two. Personally, I find dragons pretty manageable in this game, but I let my confidence get me today and took a hit from one of the easiest attacks to dodge. However, it's no matter for the mountain. It takes a lot more than that to shut us down. For our final item in Limgrave, we venture into the Limgrave tunnels. Here we take on the giant stone digger troll. I'm going to be honest, I rarely fight this thing and don't yet understand some of its hitboxes. I nearly died. I'm going to need to learn this boss if I plan on returning here in future challenge runs. As a reward for slaying the troll, we get the Roar Medallion. The Roar Medallion stacks with our Ashe of War, Warcry, giving a boost to our heavy R2 attacks. With everything in place, it's time to spend some of our runes and take on Margit. For this fight, I have a +3 Greatsword and added some levels to Vigor, Endurance, and Strength. Now I've fought Margit many times, and in truth, I did not practice him before this run. The thing is, 99% of those times, I've either used a katana, a parry shield, often both, and had light roll. This is very likely the first time I've ever fought him with a greatsword at medium roll and no parry shield. And it really showed. This was not my best fight, and it was a pretty close scrap. To make matters worse, the audio capture was cut out from my recording for this fight. It's like the universe conspired to take down the mountain at this moment, and as a result you have to listen to my voice rather than the sound of me being ragdolled by Margit's holy hammer. I learned that I'm not yet used to the slow speed of R2 heavy attacks when using this Ashe of War. And it just goes to show that even with hundreds, if not thousands of hours in a game like this, you're still learning and always improving. I will never again take Margit for granted. It's very normal in challenge runs to have a +12 or even higher weapon before fighting him, and in general just a really strong setup. This humble build taught me that he's still a threat even if you know what he's capable of. Bloodied, bruised, and the last Margit is down, and it's time for a well-earned rest. Even while carrying the weight of the world, mountains need their peace. But no mere capture issue or Omen with a cane will stop us, and our rest won't be long. For tomorrow we arise and capture Stormville by force. Thanks for watching, and stay mighty, Tarnished.